went down. It should be back up again, right? It'll pop back up in a second. This is a really shitty signal area through here.
Alright, it's back on the TV for me, but not my phone yet.
Okay. Yeah, this moved in from Canada a little bit ago. These storms along this line especially. This isn't too bad right here for a snow squall. I think this thing is losing a little bit of its energy as it comes through. That's a Ford Explorer, I believe. Ford Explorer at all. Oh no, is it? Oh yeah, it is. It is. It's one of those newer ones. And we are headed for the 422 exit. Whoever that is in that Explorer back there has a dot. Say it looked kind of like one of Jaden's trucks, but Jaden's trucks are a lot more beat than that. That still looked like it was kind of nice. Driving through the core of the squall. It's referred to as a squall. This was a lot beefier up in Mercer County. So the visibility is garbage. But Visibility is garbage. It's hard to tell where the road is, but I've driven through far worse. It's 101. 101 mile marker. We're hitting snow walls. That's what that was. I think Butler's at 99. Yeah. 99. Really getting the core here. Two more miles to the Butler exit. Very, very hard to tell where anything is. That's okay. I'm still generally on the interstate, you know what I mean? We're not going that fast. Like 34 right now. Got a mile marker. 100.7. We're getting there. This is the core of the squall. I mean, overall, this squall is not that impressive. It was up in Mercer. It's not really here. There's the 422 to Butler, Newcastle. I might take 422 west here. I'm already out of 422 west. I should take 422 east. .422 east, we can scooch the band, get down to a separate core because it appears to have lightened up where we are. We can get back into the heavier precip by going down 422 eastbound. We still up? We're going to move down. We're going to take it super easy over the Lake Arthur Bridge, because that thing turns into a sheet of ice. Here's the bridge. Yep, and the squall got worse. Ever so slightly. It's tracking so slow that the radar scans are actually accurate. And reconnected. Yeah, I knew it was going to drop some through here. It always does. And this thing is beefy. This little core, this little mini core there, beefy. There's the exit for the South Shore. I'm going to go over an overpass. Here it is. That's not so bad. All right. shit. Hood light sprites are a bit much. Stick with the others. Man, that's a tough one. We're getting a little bit of good snow in here. See, this is the crazy part too about this. Take a look. Looks like you're flying. I'm going like 32. Be a lot gnarlier if I hadn't driven this stretch of highway a million times. Going to be an exit for Prospect up here soon. There we go. There it is. A gnarly little shit out there near Elwood City. Starting to get good crosswind here now. Normans, get out, Rue. There's the Prospect exit. And we got an underpass. These snow squalls, by the way, best you can. I know that visibility is a problem with these, very obviously. But on these underpasses during snow squalls, keep an eye out for cars parked up under the underpasses because they got spooked. Keep an eye out because they'll park right in the middle of the road too. Alright, we're at Fairground Market, right across from the Big Butler Fairgrounds. Where are you at? Randy Wagner. I'm in North Georgia. Thought I'd stop in for a quick hi. Hi there. How you doing, bud? TJ, hi everyone. Hey. Alright, good to see the chat's, back up in there. I don't know how much of that was due to cutoff, stuff like that. I am in Butler County, Pennsylvania. We are in Prospect, Pennsylvania. Really just outside of Prospect, Pennsylvania. We are at a place called Fairground Market, and it's right across the street from the Big Butler Fairgrounds. So, not the one the president got shot at, the other fairgrounds in this county, because there's two of them. We've just been going through the snow squall, taking these snow squall warnings to come. We're right in the middle of the band right now. I'm going to get some footage out here, and then we're going to get back in and continue going after this thing. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the rodeo grounds. Those do splendid work. So thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. The rural routes around here are gorgeous in leaf season. They truly are. One of my favorite times of the year, obviously. Oh, clean off my glasses a little bit. This package is going to be beautiful, I can tell you that. And by beautiful, actually, I mean miserable. This isn't beautiful snow. This is miserable snow. Yeah, this is quite the New Year's Eve, isn't it? Quite the New Year's Eve. A little bit of a curb there, but the Grand Cherokee doesn't care. Right.
This is for a 43-year-old male
conscious, trying to kill himself. It does have a pistol.
You know, it's sad as hell.
Use MS responsibility 2359.
It's sad as hell when that happens. And you see that a lot. That's a big time call for help. People get suicidal and stuff at night with the holidays and the turn of the year. You see it a lot on New Year's Eve. People call 911 saying they're going to shoot themselves and stuff, and it's always in the middle of something like this. And they get that heavy snow pounding in, and it's the holiday season, and they ain't got nobody, or their family's moved on, or they don't like their family, or whatever, and then that's problems. Always hear that. That was over in Lawrence County, over Newcastle, which is actually just had this passage go through. It's snowing its ass off over there. And we're actually kind of staying right around one of the heavier bands.
620. One O'Neill, near Founders Hall. Broke down, fake issue, running in and out of traffic, trying to get hit by a car.
See? See? That was down in Allegheny County in the East Zone. Just starting to snow there too. All the time.
Copy.
Yeah. I'm just letting it ride. This leads right on back to my place down the way. We're riding this snow squall all the way in. Somebody doing the pokety poke in a front wheel drive only car up here with their hazard flashers on. This is not the Country Kitchen Buffet. I was trying to get to bingo. At midnight? Yes. Punching it. We'll get up here to the township exit, pop off over there real quick. I'll check the chat. Get everything, you know, or maybe even the get-go up here. Pop off the get-go up here. Check the chat. Check the comms. I don't get a chance to check it much when I'm actually driving. But, yeah, be good. Be good. Transmission warble, that's what that is. It's totally normal. Keeps trying to kick in and out of a mid-range gear. There we go, just manually put it in second. Keeping a distance on this guy a little bit. Now, why did it do that? I guess in second you have a second lock, but if you put it in third, it'll just do whatever it feels like. It'll go between third and fourth. I need it to stay out of fourth is what I need. Second's fine. Best I have is sequential shift here. If I want a true manual, I should drive truck 3 than this stuff. No traffic reported ahead. 23:54 hours, guys. 6 minutes to midnight. Which, I don't know. I guess that means the Soviets are getting ready to bomb us or something. Remember all that? Remember that back in the day? Remember when nuclear war was scary? Here, we'll pop off over here real quick. All right, let's take a look. The Pittsburgh International Airport area has clear roads. I wouldn't doubt that, Stephanie. I wouldn't doubt that. The county authority does a really good job down there, and they're very proactive. They have their own snow plows there at the airport. And also, this snow squall is coming from north to south. They've had time to get that cleaned up, but you guys over near the airport are getting ready to get it. The snow squall is going to be coming through. You probably got about another, let's see, from there to there. You probably got about an hour, maybe a little less, before this thing hits you down there. So, you know, I wouldn't be out on the streets there. Oh, Randy, you're originally from Newton Township. Yeah, I couldn't imagine moving to Georgia either. I'm from Virginia. I remember what that was like in the summertime growing up as a little fat kid. Oh my God, no. I can't. That's horrifying. Now look. I'm tired of you kids playing around in here. Why don't you go on outside and play in the yard for the next 7 hours while I smoke indoors? It's only got a feels like temperature of 137 degrees. Berg Black. McConnell's Mill is pretty in the daytime, of course. Of course it is. You know, the sad part is I've tried to stream from McConnell's Mill several times. And from the grist mill down there and the covered bridge, and you can't do it. You can't do it. Because you're so far down in there that the trees obstruct the Starlink, so you can't get a signal out that way. And all 3 cell carriers have no service in that bottom. So I've never been able to do that. I take video. That's it.
391.
Let's see, I've never seen a place here in Aspinwall. Every one of the streets is clear. They even do the alleys. Love this place. Tiger Greg, Aspinwall might as well be a different planet. You're talking about the Fox Chapel School District area? Woo. Good God, that's the only place up here I've seen where, like, street cops get $85,000 a year. And I don't know how it is now, but when I worked EMS in Sharpsburg, you would hear them on the radio, on the police radio channel. Like, people in Fox Chapel and Aspinwall and all that there would give the cops the key to their house and be like, you'd hear a radio call, Mrs. Johnson says that she's going on vacation and wants to know if you can feed her dog. It's like, yeah, I've got her key. I'll go feed her dog. Like, that's the type of place Aspinwall is. Real Mayberry RFD. Like, real nice, you know? Man, we got the snow pushing through. I'm going to be in the downhill side of the squall there as it rockets south. I think it's picking up a little bit of speed. Looks like we got a new snow squall warning here. New snow squall warning for Belmont, Carroll, Columbiana, Harrison, Jefferson, Tuscarawas, Ohio, Beaver, Washington, Pennsylvania, Brooke, Hancock, West Virginia. That's until 12:45 a.m. It's more of the snow squall moving through. The whole line is warned. The whole line is warned. Your warnings go from about Dover, Ohio, down to Moorfield, Ohio, currently over to about, cover the northern panhandle of West Virginia, up to Beaver Falls, out through Cranberry, up to Prospect, Elwood City, and then on out through Portville, Brockway, Warsaw, New Bethlehem. There's another one out here. Man, these are going way, way, way on up into New York. Into New York, and they just warned Allegheny County. So most of Allegheny County and parts of Westmoreland County, you are now under warning. Never seen the new airport. I had a chance Saturday, but 2 flights got canceled. I haven't seen the outside of the Pittsburgh International Airport since February, and I haven't seen the inside since like November of 2022. That's how often I fly.
Well, it's 3 shots in the area.
The Doomsday Clock. That's what they called that. Yes, thank you. I've never seen the new airport. Doomsday Clock. Yes, that's what that was. What's the heaviest snowfall rate you've ever experienced in person?
It could be, yeah.
Turn that down. That's work. Heaviest snowfall rate I've ever seen in person. I've had some really bad snow squalls over the years. Back before they even had snow squall warnings, back when they called it blizzard. But that no longer is the case. But overall, I would probably say Dunkirk, New York. Dunkirk, New York on 2 occasions, and they rank neck and neck, which is the November Buffalo blizzard of 2022, and that was really, really bad. They wound up getting almost 8 feet of snow from that event, and we were up there for it all. And then I'll also say Dunkirk, New York in a lake effect snowstorm warning like November or December of 2023. November, December 2023. That one was particularly gnarly as well. The roads were clear here in Cranberry until this new squall started coming in. Yes. Cranberry DPW, always running, does an excellent job. Cranberry's, you'll notice a pattern with this stuff. Anywhere where you have like generally like a high income area, and then you have like a good tax base and everything, DPW is going to keep those roads clear. You got a good tax millage. People expect a certain level of service, and the politicians are big on keeping it that way. They want to get reelected. They want your streets to be clear. Humidity is secure even at night. Totally is. 3 minutes. Okay, midnight was 2 minutes ago, guys. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody. Where is it getting bad? Murraysville. Mac attack. Is this Mac? Is this the Mac? Is this the Mac that I know? Murraysville. It's coming, bud. You're not in the snow squall warning yet, but it's snow squall warning cuts off up there at Plum Township or Plumboro, out down to Cecil, and then out to Avonmore and Indiana, city of Indiana. That's where it is right now. The snow squall itself. Oh, my boy Dave Holder. God, I'll get back to Dave here in a second, man. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday. It's great to hear from you. Great to hear from you. I miss you on X, man. You should never quit. I miss you on X. Yeah, this guy's coming and doing the pokety poka. Oh, how do I drive?
Shot spotter notification. 15 shots fired in the area. 1017 North Patterson.
Getting out of this guy's way before he wrecks himself and me trying to figure out how to drive a car 10 miles an hour. All right. Let's see. So, when you talk about Murraysville, You are going to be in the line. I would say Murraysville, you're going to be looking to be hit by this thing probably hour and a half, maybe a little more. It's moving about 25 miles per hour, so it's going pretty slow. Going pretty slow. Nick Black from NWS Pittsburgh is actually out in the field tonight. Jared Riley is out there. Ryan Bieneman. Jake Naya. Yeah, plenty of people out tonight. Yeah, I'd give it about an hour and a half or so, and it's going to be in Murraysville. Maybe an hour. Anywhere between there. And that line currently is huge. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So here's what we got.
City of McKeesport is 917 Evans, shots fired, 10 shots, 0005.
Here's your view. It's going from about New Philadelphia, Ohio, almost completely unbroken, all the way up to Utica, New York, and Oneonta.
Yeah, it's right around the
Snow squall warnings. All right, and then you got your lake effect snow warnings up there from Ogdensburg down to Lowellville, basically the Canadian border, coming on down through upstate, down to Oswego. And Lyons, you got a brief break right there near Rochester, and then you're going to have more from Batavia, Buffalo, down into northwestern Pennsylvania, Warren County, Erie. Those areas I'm not too terribly concerned with right now. Big story right now is going to be this squall that's moving on through. That's where we are. Fact that morning major had with Y2K. Okay, that's Y2K stuff. Happy New Year, man! Odessa, Happy New Year. 2026 is here. It's coming down now in Cranberry. Yeah, it's getting right in there. Getting right in there. And you're actually in the thick of it right now. You got the heaviest of your chunk of the snow squall. That's a good little yellow reflectivity on the map there. Snow squall warning Odessa. You just got it until 12:45 a.m. Yeah. Yeah, always have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings. That goes especially for severe weather, but they tone for these too. Be safe, folks, if you're driving. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, let's move a little further to the west. This is all going to be blowing from this point. We're behind the snow squall. And there's a reason for that. It's because I'm not going to be out all night. We're going to be shutting down here in a little bit, tiny bit, but we're going to drive a little further first. We do. I mean, this is the one thing I'm going to say here, guys. Take a look at the conditions. Take a look at the conditions. If you take a look out here, you're going to see a lot of blowing snow. And it's not even snowing that hard anymore. This is kind of like the snow that we started the stream with, maybe a little heavier. The snow squall is to our southwest, or to our southeast. That's where the snow squall is, and that's where the heavier rates are. This isn't even the heavier rates, and it's still this hard to see, and there's blowing snow, visibility is dropped. So this is what you got to look out for, especially on these frontal passages behind the snow. We were at about 29 to 30 degrees. 29 to 30 degrees. We've now dropped 5 degrees behind the front. So we make our way onto 422. I see District 10 still hasn't done much down here. Get up this hill. Bridge. Man, we're getting blasted by wind up here. Back on it. Garbage. visibility is garbage. Happy New Year, Randy. How are you, bud? It's not fit out for man or beast. I read that in that voice. Yukon Cornelius knew what was up. Before the commies got their hands on him, he had a revolver. Because he liked things that just worked. Revolver, a pickaxe, and a big knife. And a whole team of dogs. That was awesome. He's going to find him some gold, and he's going to get paid. Heavily armed. Probably drunk. A man of the ages. And look at this. Somebody done drunk themselves to death in Slippery Rock. That takes effort. I've been some kind of drunk before. I ain't never been so drunk I was dead. All right. Once again, it feels like I'm flying, but I'm not. Like in the cabin, it feels like I'm flying, but I'm not. 35, 30. We're bringing the speed down still, but it still feels horribly dangerous. And that's because the road hasn't been plowed. Mike, why hasn't the road been plowed? I know you're watching. Why hasn't the road been plowed, bro? You know these things. I've been on District 10 for a while. I haven't seen a single plow. Following the tracks, path of least resistance. Coming up to the top of the hill here, we'll be able to drop back a little bit. We're just trundling along. This thing is such a tractor. Even with the V6, I love this thing. No, I'd have liked it more if it had that Gen 2 or Gen 1 5.7 liter Hemi in it. But you know what? 3.7 V6 isn't a bad motor. The power tech is a little anemic, but it's not a bad motor. Especially not with the Mercedes transmission. It gets all of its ability from the transmission. And my other one's a 5.7 liter Hemi with the 545 RFE. And I'm careful with it. I know how those transmissions are. They're kind of made of glass, but I'm careful with it. I like to roll into the power with that truck, not punch it and do burnouts and shit. I think that's the reason the 545 RLE gets a bad rap in the transmissions world. Because people are like, man, I got a Charger with a 545 RLE in it. I got a Ram 1500 with a 545 RLE. Yeah. They hooked them all to 5.7 liter Hemis. And the second anybody gets their hands on something with a Hemi badge on it, suddenly they're a race car driver. They want to do burnouts, and they want to do launches, and they want to do all this stuff. And I've done like 2 launches with my Grand Cherokee before just to have a little fun, but I still was careful with it. You can't dump all that power on a 545 right off the bat. They shatter. We'll go to this parking lot up here. We'll have our final chat. And one time I got a guy wrecked his Jeep Patriot, wrecked the hell out of it right here in a snowstorm. Me and Pete Galt just happened upon it like at the same time. All right, we are sliding. Now let's pilot it. Woo! All right, that was fun. Ice, people. Ice. There we go. Let's spin our way the rest of the way up this completely untreated exit ramp. I got a bone to pick with Josh Shapiro. He just got a pay raise. He's now the highest paid governor in the United States, Josh Shapiro is. Governor of Pennsylvania. But the roads aren't treated. They're not plowed. Governor just got a raise. He got a halo mark. And the roads aren't treated. In the middle of a snowstorm we've known was coming for 2 days. Alright, here's that parking lot I was talking about. At the Aldi. Alright. The wiper blades are definitely icy. Everything out here is ice. It's dead. Alright, guys. Ha! What a stream. What a stream. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, everyone. Belmont 2 used to be in that plaza. The hoagie shop's still here. So did every legislator in the Pennsylvania Senate and the House got raises. What does that tell you?
101 North 2nd Street, City of Duquesne.
Now I'm gonna be forward here. I'm not a political channel. I don't usually get involved in politics. And sorry for anybody this pisses off. I really am. And I'm only going to talk about this once. But you've seen it tonight. You've seen it tonight. How many PennDOT trucks did you see? We saw PennDOT plows. One that I know is the same plow in Mercer County. Plow the road up there. We've seen some plows on the interstates. But I wouldn't say we saw more than, 10? And some of those was the same plow over and over. In Butler County, District 10, 0. Not a single plow on the road. Nothing. Completely untreated. You just watched this very vehicle spin out into a ditch back there on an exit ramp because it's a solid layer of ice underneath the snow. When you're using snow as traction, there's a problem. We have known about this coming for Pennsylvania has not 1, not 2, but 3 state meteorology departments. You don't think they told them about this? And the governor and the Senate and the House all just got raises? All just got raises. My God. Unbelievable. Here, let me check on some things. Yeah. There we go. I'll call you by your mod name. Yeah, let's check on some things here. Okay, guys. So, let's do the final blast here. Why avoid politics that affects us every day? Because generally politics can be divisive. Generally, politics can be divisive. I guarantee you, even if they're not commenting on the stream, even if they're not, there is at least one person that has this on in the background that I just pissed off. There's somebody that heard me talking bad about Josh Shapiro and the Pennsylvania government because it's all Democrats, and they say, well, this guy's a Trumper. I've never said anything in support of Donald Trump on this channel. So I tend to avoid it because it polarizes people and alienates people. That's why. Because I value the viewers. We're here for the weather, man. You feel like, oh, well, what do you want to talk about? Talk about the weather. Oh, yeah, there's nothing to talk about the weather. But it's literally what we're doing. You take a look around. We're doing the weather. I am not in Michigan, Angela. I am in Butler County, Pennsylvania right now. We just went through a frontal push with a good snow squall warning there. I'm just modding for my streamer in Buffalo. Who you modding for out there? I know WNY and Mitch Bellinger was out there earlier, and I know Brandon Payne was driving for Connor Croft out there earlier, and then Paige and Bryce were out there earlier, so I'm not sure. There's a lot of people up around Buffalo right now. Tim Nelson, thanks for subscribing. Tim Nelson, how are you? Welcome to the channel. It is difficult to understand. It does polarize people. It really does. I'm gone. I don't go to forum watchers for political content. That's kind of the point, Stephanie. That's kind of the point. That's what I mentioned. It just pissed me off because that is absolutely true. That just happened. And, I mean, we've seen it. I brought it to you in live time here. You know? It's... No one's doing their job out here. No one's doing their job out here, and that's dangerous for people. And you got New Year's Eve going on right now. And Pennsylvania's a drinking state anyway. You're going to have people leaving the bars soon. You're going to have people leaving the parties soon. They're going to be hammered. They're trying to drive home, and then the added level of difficulty of being hammered, and then the added level of difficulty of driving on a literal sheet of ice. You know? It sucks. Don't drink and drive. Really, don't drink and drive. It's illegal. It's dangerous. And I can tell you don't drink and drive. I can't do anything about that, you know. But they should have been out here. I'm surprised we haven't heard more wrecks. We will. We will. We're like an hour. We will. But, let's see. Oh, you're for Buffalo Weather. Is that the Buffalo Weather King? Is that guy? The King of Buffalo, that guy? Let's see. Alright, guys. Once again, killer stream. Did some snow squalls. Only had one mouthy detractor. That's it. Man, this has been a good day. Happy 2026, guys. Stick around because we're going to be doing all types of stuff in 2026. We're going to be doing severe weather coming up in the spring, and you know what? From some of the modeling that I've seen, we might be doing severe weather in a week and a half. We might be doing severe weather in a week and a half in the upper Midwest. It's time. What can I say? It's time.
620 units, Crawford Village, 6 shots fired.
Yeah, we're going to be doing all types of stuff here. Snow. We're going to finish out the back end of snow season. Severe weather. We're going to be getting the flooding that's going to happen in the spring because it always does. Hurricanes. I'm on again for another year with Bill Hunley, so we're going to be doing hurricanes again. Now, I was going to be doing hurricanes in 2025, except no hurricanes hit the U.S. Not much I can do about that. And we're going to be bringing you everything. Live from the field, man. Got a great mod here. I agree 100%. I have an excellent mod. I have the best mod. I have the best mod there is. Oh, are we gonna cover it? Or is it getting referred?
320, 207 April Way in Braddock from Male Ramblin', south end south.
Frequent flyer. That guy's a frequent flyer. Super sad, by the way. But check it out. My exterior camera froze anyway, so maybe that's a good sign. Maybe it's time. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to 2026. You're going to want to share, like, subscribe, recommend to your friends. Stick around because it gets a lot more interesting, I promise. When we start getting into the severe season, you're going to see some fast-paced action. We're going to see some close stuff. We're going to be out as much as we can be. We hope to help this channel grow. This channel just got monetized, super chats, everything else got turned on. We're going to be looking at ad rev for people who don't have YouTube Pro or whatever they call it now. They probably put ads on this already. I don't know because I have the YouTube Premium. That's what it's called. They probably put ads on this already. The only thing the conversion to ad rev does is gives me the money for the ads instead of YouTube. So we are going to be doing that. We're going to have great sponsors. We're going to have great backers. We're going to have great work in the field. I'm going to be here. Maudlin's going to be here moderating. We're going to have Kylie Blanton coming on for severe weather in the springtime and summertime. We're going to have meteorologist Joe Gambita with the Steel City Primecast. We're going to have, for the rest of the winter season, we're going to have Dan Murgon, winter weather specialist. Rosie V. We're going to have so much for you guys. Thank you for stopping by. Love all of you. And until next time, Beating Barry, Keystone Prime, I thank you for watching.